different types of gardens to be seen.
Get
For
out!
example, peat, alpine and herb. In addition, it has an exhibition hall and a very nice tea room. I may add that the garden is also free to enter.
As you alight, please remember to check the frequency of the buses. Please remember to come back to the stop to rejoin the majestic tour. Just put your hand out and signal to the driver as the bus approaches.
Na-amaze naman.
Those who have just rejoined us, welcome back on board. We do hope you enjoyed your visit to the Royal Botanical Garden.
The Royal Botanical
If you look
Garden.
out across the parkland to the left, you can see in the distance a spire-like structure, as that of a distant church. This is in fact Fettes College, one of Scotland's educational institutions, and since the two go together, it is one of Scotland's most expensive.
Its former pupils include political luminaries such as the Conservative Selwyn Lloyd and the Labour Anthony Blair.
Not our very own former Prime Minister, Tony Blair.
Aye, the very same. And perhaps even more interesting, the actress Tilda Swinton and the secret agent 007 James Bond.
Uy,
Do you mean that famous Edinburgh son, Sean Connery?
oh, kaganda ng university. Oh,
Created by
most expensive.
Although having said that, there is a possibility that Sean, or as he was known locally,
Wow,
Ben
James
Tanner,
Bond.
could have delivered milk here, because that was one of his occupations before he became a star.
How interesting. I thought he was also a publisher, as well as a life model at Edinburgh College of Art.
Ah, but did you know he was only the second Scot to receive an Oscar? He won the Best Supporting Actor in The Untouchables.
Scottish, I see.
Was that the one who played an Irishman with a Scottish accent?
Exactly so. And the other actor who also won Best Supporting was Donald Crisp for his role in How Green Was My Valley, where he played a Welshman with a Scottish accent.
Bit of a pattern there.
Do you know, you could be right. Crisp is probably best remembered for his roles in the Lassie films, where he played the dog's owner.
Lassie was indeed a great actor, although perhaps by the end she was a bit confused. Although she was always exhorted to be a good girl, she was in fact not a bitch, but a dog.
Just like Black Bob, the dandy wonder dog.
You have me there. I think that was before my time. I will ask my father about it though.
Oh, cheeky.
Ahead of us is Ferry Road, the roads that the pilgrims took to Queensferry and then across the River Forth to the Abbey at Dunfermline and St Andrews. The Queensferry is so called because Queen Margaret, wife of King Malcolm Canmore of Scotland, living in the castle in the 11th century, frequently travelled to this point to cross the river in her pilgrimage to Dunfermline Abbey. When Queen Margaret died, she was beatified and then canonised by Pope Innocent I for her efforts in bringing the Roman Catholic religion to the east coast of Scotland.
Still waiting for the red light to turn green. That's a typical cab in Scotland. There you go.
We are now in Ferry Road, and looking to your right hand side, you will be able to admire the panoramic view of our cityscape. In fact, if you consult your brochure, you'll be able to pinpoint the buildings to perfection. Then the high spire of the former St John's Church, now known as the Hub, the neo-Gothic Scot monument, followed by the crown tower of St Giles High Kirk.
Then the Balmoral Hotel clock, a modern aberration with St James Centre, the Dolomite sill called Salisbury Crags. The tall tower is the Nelson Monument. And then there's the pillars of the National Monument, nicknamed Edinburgh's Disgrace. This is followed by the large hill Arthur's Seat volcanic vent hole in the Queen's Park.
On this road, we pass through the area of Warriston.
Enjoying, guys!
In the cemetery is buried Sir James Young Simpson, the man who discovered the anaesthetic properties of chloroform. This discovery by the Edinburgh physician that chloroform, which had been taken in liquid form, was only effective when inhaled, was so important that when Queen Victoria had her 8th child, she asked Dr. John Snow, the noted epidemiologist, to administer chloroform, after which it had the royal seal of approval. Sir James Young Simpson became the Queen's physician in Scotland.
When Sir James Young Simpson died, thousands of people lined the road, and when the funeral arrived here at Warriston Cemetery, crowds were still leaving Princes Street, where your tour started, still trying to make their way to the cemetery to pay their respects.
It is Victoria Park, named after Queen Victoria, and on the far side of the park, a statue of her son, Edward VII. As with most public parks in Great Britain, this was followed as such towards the end of the Victorian period. The area in the early 1800s was a site of residences of affluent ship owners.
But perhaps with the speed of modern day travel, it might be difficult to imagine that here also were the country houses, the holiday homes of Edinburgh's rich elite. These included Laverick Bank House, the residence of the aforementioned Sir James Young Simpson.
We will soon be approaching the Firth of Forth, a river estuary opening out to the north.
Oh, we're going to the
This is a busy shipping lane with oil tankers beating upriver to the petroleum refinery of Grangemouth, and cruise liners heading for safe haven at the port of Leith.
Across the estuary to the north on a clear day, you can see the hills in the ancient Kingdom of Fife. This name dates from before the unification of Scotland, when this country was divided into tribal areas.
To the north of that county, Evelyn, is St Andrews, the first properly laid out golf course in the world. It was here that William Sinclair, captain of both St Andrews and Leith, in 1764 decreased the number of holes from 22 to 18.
Okay,
And as a
tanaw!
matter of interest, of 22 holes, the par
been a
was
while.
121. The current par, since this is a championship course, is
It's been a while we
72.
haven't seen the ocean.
On your right-hand side, the old village of New Haven. As you can see, it has rows of fishermen's cottages, and these have undergone substantial renovation. All the ground to the left has been reclaimed from the sea.
New Haven people often married from within the community. As a result, several surnames were common to the village, which caused confusion, so married women were always known by their maiden names. Life was hard and dangerous for people living in fishing communities, and as a result,
Look, there's an
they were all superstitious. It was unlucky to meet certain
Grabe, ilang mga structured rin, no? Mas gwapo sa
or
London.
women
Mas
with
maganda
red
dito,
hair,
no?
or animals, particularly cats that were black. Many rituals were observed in order to avoid bad luck.
The fishwives would carry the fish in straw baskets called creels. The weight of this load was borne by a
West
strap
Harbour.
across their forehead. They sometimes walk as far as Edinburgh to sell their fish.
Women's work is never done.
The fishwives also had a strong choral tradition, which lasted into the 1960s.
The next stop is for the Royal Yacht Britannia and the Ocean Terminal shopping